Good morning, everyone. This is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you guys a couple of dies that I got in. I did shop during the HSN Craft Day, and mostly what I purchased was Anna Griffin products, because you all know that I have been trying to collect some of her things and trying to catch up with the older things, but I don't like all of them, but I am trying to pick up the ones that I do like. Um, but now with her new products, I want to make sure that I get the ones I like, because they're at a more reasonable price than if you wait and she doesn't make them anymore. Because even when you buy them used, you're still paying more money than when they first come out. So I've been trying to kind of stay on top of buying her dyes. And two, not only do I love her dyes, they're very well made, because I have bought some used ones that still cut great. So today I want to share with you the cake die, and I did cut them out, so in case you guys want to get them. I don't have any affiliate links with HSN or anything like that. I'm just sharing what I love, what I love. And if it's yours, that way you can see what they look like. So yesterday I got in the mini birthday cake dies, and here is the inspiration sheet for that. And when I look at this is not really like my style. I probably like this one that's a little bit more simple, but it just gives you an idea. It gives you ideas. So I've mentioned this before, but if this is your first time here, welcome. Guys, make sure to like and to comment when you watch my videos, because that really does help my channel. And I really appreciate when you guys do that. Trust me when I tell you that I read all the comments. I'll either give a heart, or if there's a question, I answer it. Sometimes, I'll just a short little comment, but I read all of them. Each and every one I read. So what I was saying was that I used to be I used to make wedding cakes or any type of specialty cake. That's what I did for a living. And then that kind of went into party planning and stuff like that. But I made a lot of cakes. So a lot when I first started making cakes, a lot of ladies, and still some, like the buttercream cakes. So when I got in my dies, here's what they look like. They are gorgeous, and I will measure them for you. That way you can see these are not small by any means. Like this one at the end here measures, I'm gonna say two and a quarter inches wide by the height, and this is the inside one, the detail one, 3¼ inches tall. So, and there you can see they're all about the same height. This one reminds me more of a wedding cake in the center, but they're beautiful, and they engrave beautifully. Y'all know that Anna Griffin dies engrave beautifully, and I did cut them out. But what I did with my silhouettes, I did them in an off-white color, because buttercream, when you make cakes, a lot of times you would do the buttercream, and buttercream you would use butter. But as a baker, you wanted to keep the cake as white as possible, so you would use artificial butter flavoring. There is artificial butter flavoring to keep your icing as white as possible. So that is the die, and here's the inspiration sheet, and let me share with you. And I really wanted something that was a little bit more in a cream side, but not yellow. But I had this off-white color, and look at how gorgeous that is. Gorgeous. And you can see by my hand that it's not small. This could be a focal point in a card, but the detail on there, it's gorgeous. So I cut that one. I cut all three of them out so you guys can see. Here's the one that has the roses. Now, if you wanted to, you could go in with scissors and snip the white piece and make it smaller, but where it covered all the openings on the die, and it would look more like a cake without the silhouette. And I might just do that when I use them, but I'm trying to find the right color. This is I would want something that's a little bit more, I don't want to use the word dingy, but a little bit more not so white, maybe like a vintage white. But there is the second one, beautifully embossed. And then here is the two-tier cake on the stand. Look at how gorgeous the embossing on that is. So you guys, I had to collect these. So that was one that I got in. The other one that I got in is the mantle. And let me put this over here. The other one that I got in is the mantle. And here is the inspiration sheet for the mantle. And again, these are just basic ideas, just a starting point for you, especially if you have a hard time. Sometimes I do need to refer to these for certain pieces, like not knowing, for example, the sconce. I wouldn't know if it needed to hang up or down because I think I saw somebody and they had on Pinterest and it was the other way around. But this shows you the correct way that these sconces go. So always refer back to that. Here is what the die looks like. It does come with the fireplace, the mantle, and then the silhouette to it, the fire as well, some garland to go on top of the mantle, the candles, a wreath, and then the sconces, and then the mirror that goes, or you could add a picture to it. It could be a large picture, like, you know, they would hang over above the mantle. And then the sconces, you get two, so that's really nice. And you also get the rectangle layering piece because this is for a slimline. So this is called the slimline mantle and fireplace die. So this fits a slimline card. And let me share with you what they look like. I cut out the back portion, the silhouette to the fireplace in the Anna Griffin matte gold. And then I cut out the detail piece in ivory. I hope you can see the embossing on there. But I would also add another layer back here, maybe something that I would emboss in a brick embossing folder, because I do have a brick embossing folder. So there's that one. And here is the mirror. And if I wanted to make this Christmassy, I cut it out in a red foil that I have by Crafter's Companion. I really love this paper. It's very, very thick, and it's a matte foil. It looks almost velvety. And here is the mirror in the gold, and look at how gorgeous that looks. Again, you could add a piece of silver. Let me grab a piece of silver. I think I have something here. Maybe not a big enough piece, but then I would add a piece of silver to make it look like a mirror if that's what I wanted. So I do save all my scraps because I can get a word or something out of there. So I keep all of them. I try, especially my specialty paper. So there's that. And then here is the actual fire. And what I did with the fire, again, I cut it out in that red so it would look like the glow of the fire surrounding it. But I think that if this were in a foil orange or burnt orange, it might look more like a glow. But there it is. Beautifully embossed. There's the embossing detail on that. And then I cut another one in red that I could kind of layer on here or in the back and offset it to look like the flames in red and gold. So I did that. And then here are the two sconces. By looking at the picture, we know that they go like this, the wall sconces. Gorgeous, right? So I cut those out in the gold. I cut out the candle set in a gold, matte gold. And then I cut out the greenery, the garland that's on the mantle in a green. And I have this small little book. It's sitting right here that I ordered. And I don't know if it's Hunky Dory or who it is. But this cardstock is very thick and it was just green. So it was the glitter and then the foil like this. Sometimes that you only need that little piece. So if you're cutting small pieces with specialty foil paper or glitter paper, one of these little stacks is perfect because it doesn't take up too much room and you can keep it handy. So I've been cutting Christmas, so I have it handy there. So I cut that garland out in that. You can see the detail. And then here is the wreath. On the wreath, I would probably add some little red gems or something to decorate it and maybe cut it out again. Or if I have another set that has a small Anna Griffin bow, I would add a bow on top of that. So there's the garland, the wreath. To store these, I wanted to share with you what I use, what I'm going to use. What did I do with them to store these? I like to keep most of my pockets to look uniform. One of the ones that I use, I get them off HSN, so I don't have an affiliate link, but these are by Diamond Press. And they come with this little strip in here that you slide in there, so it does have an extra little pocket here for you to write the name and then slide the strip in there. But it does not take away from the pocket, because that little strip is on the outside, not on the inside. And so what I like about these, that even though they are tall, let me take these off. Even though they are tall, I can slide this in there without taking it out of its original packaging, and I can also fit in the sheet with the information, because I normally keep them in half like that, so everything fits in this pocket nice and neat. So that's what I'm going to how I'm going to store my tall ones by Anna Griffin, because really, you know, I'm only wasting maybe 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches on there. But I'd rather keep them this way, because if something drops out, because at some point I know I'm going to take it out of the plastic. If something drops, it will stay within this pocket and I won't lose it. So that's how I plan on storing those. And then another thing I was super excited about, if I can find the link to this one, it will be an affiliate link. I'm not even sure if they even have any more. But this is that purse mini album. So it's called Today's Treasure, My Memory. It's Today's Treasure is the name. And this is a purse mini album by Tonic Studio. Tonic, when they are pricey, you're going to pay 50, 60 bucks for it easy. But Tonic gives you a lot of dies. Sometimes I pay $50 for a really small die by Tattered Lace or something like that. So for me, this is a bargain. And especially if you like making mini albums. I have seen a couple of videos. One lady in particular, she did a really good job on it. So that kind of sold me on it, and I had to have it. And y'all know I don't really create mini albums, but this would make a great embellishment book album. So look at all the dies. And the largest one, I mean, this thing is massive. Look at that. I'll measure the largest one here. And you don't only get to make one size mini album. You have 3 different sizes here. So the largest one is about, I'm going to say about 8 3/4 in the height. And the width on the largest one is, yeah, also 7 3/4. It's 7 3/4 across, and I think I said 8 3/4. Nope, 7 3/4. So it's 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. That's the largest one. So you can definitely make a really nice, chunky embellishment book with this. I would definitely use this to create something like that. Not a mini album, but an embellishment book, I definitely would too. Then you get the smaller one if you make like some kind of favors. This would make a great little favor bag as well. Anyway, I had to have it, and I didn't want to wait till it sold out. Then I would have to pay a ridiculous amount for it, because I had to do that with one that hasn't come in yet. Lasagna shared, Lasagna, who is Miss Doll's Handmade. She does a lot of mini albums, so I'll link one of her videos of one of her mini albums that she created in the description box below. If you're not subscribed to her and you like to make mini albums, there's definitely a lot of inspiration there. And she's a big Tonic Studio fan like me as well. I love Tonic Studio papers and dies. And she used a pop-up feature in one of her albums, and by the time I went to buy that, they didn't have it in the US site. I had to buy it in the UK site, because they still ship to the US. They have a UK and a US site. So I ended up paying quite a bit more for it than if I had bought it as soon as it was released in the US site. Anyway, regardless, for me, it was worth it because I wanted that pop out feature. It's really, really nice. If I can find that exact video, that's the one I'm going to link. And that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. She actually opens the page and you have several little oval frames that just rise up from the page, and it's really nice. So anyway, guys, I was able to find it in the UK site, but I did pay quite a bit. If they still have it available, I will link it in the description box below. They also have a house that I don't own, but I will link it also in the description box below. So any of the Tonic Studios, um, Tonic Studio links, those will be affiliate links, and I really appreciate it when you guys use those links. But don't get it just because I'm sharing it. Get it because you love it. Don't not because I shared it, not because of anything, but you know, I try to, when I buy something, it has to be something that I really, really love. I do promote other companies. Right now, I am working, creating for Spellbinders. And if you want to see what their new release, it's not a big secret. They actually always share it on their website. Just click on coming soon and you will see all the new things that are coming out. You can't purchase them. You can't add them to your cart, but you get to see what they look like before we share them. And normally they release them around the 10th of every month. So you'll be able to get them then. But this gives you an opportunity to just go over there and look and see if it's maybe something you would want to get. I will link Spellbinders also in the description box below. I do have affiliate links for them, but those things are not available. But I will do their store, and maybe that will work as an affiliate link. If not, that's okay. You guys shop, get whatever you want. I'm good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a great day. I still am waiting for a couple more Anna Griffin products and a couple of Hunky Dory stamps that have not come in. As soon as they come in and I cut them out or stamp them out or whatever, I will share them with you. This is more like so you can see and more like information and in more detail, where I'm not just showing you my die that I got in, but I'm showing you how it cuts, and if that way you can see if this is something you want. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone has a great day, and God bless. Bye.